Out here, we try to read the hand of a lady, and she had few questions in her mind regarding her health and will she lead a healthy life. For that, we basically see various parts of the hand, the heart line. If the heart line is good, it indicates that the person would have a healthy heart and the person would be able to manage stress well. Uh, we also see the headline. This is the headline. This is the basically the mental health. If the line is clear, basically it represent that the person would have a healthy mind and clarity in thoughts, uh, and the person would not be be unnecessarily troubled or any mental breakdown. And for the physical health, we basically see the lifeline. The lifeline, if broken or if it's very broad like this, then it is not considered to be good. But if it's a thin and deep line, it is considered to be good. And this is the area of Mars. This is the area of aggression. The Mars negative is out here. If this is prominent, like this is not depressed, out here we see the mount to be a little bit depressed and not an active mount. Compared to the whole hand, it appears that the mount is depressed and there are few lines over it. So these lines basically creates problems, and the person gets angry over small issues. uh, and the this is the starting of the lifeline. So out here there are few confusing lines, so that automatically means that the person uh, might not have a good digestion, and probably that could be one of the reasons that he might not be perfectly healthy. So for robust health, this two areas are seen. The amount of Venus is basically for energies, and this is basically for how those energies are basically used. Better these mounts, the better the person is going to be healthy. And we'll try to see another of his another the this is the right hand, the active hand, and we find here that uh, the the line is basically kind of overlapping out here. I try to zoom it once more. If you see, so 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 more the line is clear, the better the indication for good health. So there is a overlapping, uh, but we also find that the lines are not very deep, very broad kind, like broad kind lines, or too much of overlapping or these branches. So we can say that the person would have a reasonably okay health. We also find here that this is the headline. There's a little bit, the lines are unclear, so it automatically means that the person would have the person uh, would be unnecessarily troubled, or small issues are going to trouble her. Uh, the lifeline out here, this is the lifeline. It is kind of ending out here, but another line is coming and going like this. So at this point, some major thing is going to happen, and because the other line is overlapping from outside, we can say that better health can be expected in this particular person. See, normally, if the lifeline was curving like this, less semicircle, uh, it is considered to be not so good health. If the semicircle was even less, so even uh, less health and less healthy person. The more the curvature of the lifeline, the better it is considered to be, which automatically converts into a larger amount of Venus. So this basically means that the person is likely going to be healthy, uh, and even at the late age. We also find that there's a supporting Mars line, or which is getting targeted from the mount of Mars. So again, a good indication to have that some kind of physical or financial support is going to be always there in her life. Uh, she did ask how her career is going to shape up. Uh, for that, we basically see the sun line. The sun line is much more clearer after this is the heart line and this is the sun line. And this is the sun line. So it is much more clearer after the age of 53. This from here, the age we consider to be after the sun line crosses the heart line, the age is considered to be 51 or 53. So from here, the career is going to brighten up. Probably nothing new might come up, but whatever she might be doing, she would do. She would get more name and fame sometime after this particular age. In the initial period, we find that the lines are not so clear. It is not so deep and clear. So this is a portion where doubts are going to be there. This is the headline. So at this particular age, the age is 35. Out here, the age is 51. So during this period, the person might not be able to concentrate and might doubt what they're doing. So that's why they don't get full result. But we also find that the heart line is starting under the mount of Saturn. So this is basically considered to be good as far as material needs are concerned, or how much the person is going to accumulate in their life. Having the heart line start under the mount of Saturn means that the person would be materialistic and good with money, and they would be basically good with money. They are good money managers. So people who are good money managers automatically are able to accumulate a great amount of wealth in their life. We also find that there are few perpendicular lines out here, which automatically means that the person is good with technical and communication skills and business skills. And we also find that this is the amount of Jupiter, which means that this it has a good surface area. We find that of all the mounts, this mount has a good surface area, appearing to be prominent, which automatically means that the person would have good administrative skills and political skills, and would be religious as well. And these people, after they get married, they somehow are lucky for their partners, and uh, another question she had was, uh, how will uh, how will her career shape in future? We have already answered. How many kids I will have, that I would not be able to answer. Will I lead a happy family life? Yes. For that, we see various aspects of the palm. Uh, we go back to this particular palm, and we find that she appears to have a good money line. So, if a person has got a good money line, you automatically say that the person, there's a good chance that the person is going to lead a good family life, because if finances are there, so there won't be much trouble. There's a kind of a, if we zoom in on this line, we find that the money line out here, the age is 28. Once it touches the age 35, even here it's strong. From here to here, from 35 to 51, it is again good. But out here, there's a change. It kind of ends on the heart line, and a new one develops on the mount of Saturn. So having a single line is always considered to be good as far as money goes. And the other indication I have already mentioned, that the heart line is starting under the mount of Saturn, are again a good indication for money. And As far as finances go, I think as far as family life goes, it's going to be good. There are no major break or anything on the heartline, which again means that emotionally there's going to be no heartbreak or emotional turmoil which might affect her. Uh, at the same time, we also see the headline. If the headline is without any island-like formations or if there was a break kind of a thing, we can say that family life is going to be quite stable, and she would be able to manage any stress that comes by in her life, and uh, uh, she mentioned that her hand was extremely very soft, which automatically means that uh, delicacy of health, and easily getting affected uh, by small things, like small troubles might appear to be very uh, big to her, and very soft hands also make a person uh, who who has got a soft nature and is very sensual. Uh, by sensual, I mean that their senses are very much active, like the nasal sense, the touching sense, the hearing sense, the visual sense, the tasting sense. All these things basically make a person good at these things, but these could also be her weakness, and these people should be careful with what they eat, and and